This conference will now be recorded.
I'll give you a brief introduction about myself. Hi, my name is Suhail. I have 10 years plus experience in Azure Cloud and architecture. I've been working as an Azure architecture and I'm currently working in Singapore as an Azure architect, DevOps engineer. Okay, I'm a certified Microsoft trainer as well, and I do insights. I do certain amount of trainings and give solutions to the candidates and companies. Okay, so that's a very brief introduction about myself. So we'll start it with the certification part over here. Okay, so there are various certifications available in Azure. So you guys can unmute yourself and speak if you guys have any doubts, or you can stop me anytime you guys want. Okay, so starting with the one paper code, that is AZ900, which is an Azure fundamentals paper code. This is the basics and only theory paper. Okay, people who do not have any experience can go with that. It is around 6 to 8 hours of paper, and it is only theory based, like why are you coming to cloud, what exactly is the cloud, what are the different services running on cloud, and what are the different various versions of cloud and other things. Okay, in our case we are going to do AZ104, which is an Azure administrative paper associate. Okay, so in this you have been going for a certification of a 2-star associate batch. Okay, the paper consists of 1700 is the passing marks over here without a negative mark. Okay, once you do that, then there is another paper known as AZ204. The people who are coming from a developer background can apply for developing solution in Azure, Microsoft Azure. That is also an associate, but it is mainly for developers. Okay, in case in future if you want to go for DevOps, that comes AZ400, where comes a particular certification in Azure DevOps. Okay, this one is an expert level. Okay, to come to get this badge, the expert badge, you must clear either AZ104 or AZ204. Okay, you can go and give directly this exam, that's not a problem, but to earn this certification or to earn this expert level, you have to clear either AZ104 or 204. Okay, and then there is a different path running for an Azure architect solution, which is also an expert level. So in case you want to go for an architect technology, that is AZ303, and you must clear AZ303 and 304. Once you clear both the papers, then you will be marked as expert solution architect over. Okay, any doubt on the certification path? Any doubt on the certification part, or do people have any queries? You can unmute yourself and speak up, or you can write it on the chat. I'll take it up from there. Okay. Okay, so in our course curriculum, we are going to go with around 14 modules. Model 1, this is an AZ1 of 4 models. So in model 1, we are going with identities. Okay, while learning this course, on which part of you will be expertised in deployments and administrative tasks, and you should be able to even be an architect in terms of a solution. Okay, so in this case, in module 1 in identity, we are learning about Azure identities, we are learning about active directories, we are learning about users, we are learning about groups. Your module 2 is in line with your module 1. So we learn about governments, we learn about compliances, we learn about policies, we learn about rollback access management. Okay, so or we learn about Azure subscriptions, account policies, and other things in our module 2 as well. In model 3, we learn about Azure administrative, where we learn how are we going to do the deployment. So mostly we do a deployment using a UI based portal, but in case you want to do a deployment using Azure Cloud Shell, CLI, or even your ARM templates and other things, we can go ahead and do that. So we will look into different types of modules, or how can we do a different methods of deployment in our module 3 section. Module 4 is mainly networking section. We learn about virtual networking, we learn about IP addresses, we learn about security groups, we also learn about firewall over here. Okay. Module 5 is mainly about intersite connectivity. So how are you connecting your, so in case you are connecting your environment within the Azure, so we use something known as VNet peering, where this is one environment. Let's say this is your US environment and this is your India environment. How are you connecting two separate environments into one environment within the Azure? We use something known as VNet peering. Then comes site-to-site connectivity in case you want to connect your on-premise network. So let's say your on-premise devices, or let's say your devices are in AWS, GCP. So how are you connecting that to Azure? So for that, we use something known as site-to-site connectivity. Okay, so we'll do different types of connectivity as well over here. Module 6 is more of network traffic. So we learn about how the traffic is handled in Azure. What are the different methods of handling the traffic? We have Azure Load Balancer, where we are balancing the load. Okay, so in Azure Load, how the backend pool is nothing but your systems or your machines where your software will be deployed. How the traffic is coming and how the traffic is distributed among your among your computers. We'll look into it in our load balancer sessions. Then comes traffic manager, where a traffic is coming. So let's say that if the traffic is coming from India, you should go through a traffic manager. It should only go to your India server. If the traffic is coming from US, then it should only go to US server. So how are you divide? How these traffics have been modified, or how this traffic have been sent to that particular servers? We will look into it in our traffic manager session. In Module 7, we have Azure Storage, where we learn about storage accounts. We learn about blob storage. So we learn about files and sync, where we learn about Azure, different types of storage account. We learn about how to give them access and permissions over there, and how can you attach a disk to your VMs and other parts of it. How are you even doing a disk backups and other things? We will look into it in our Azure Storage section. Module 8 will go deep into virtual machines. We'll learn about how the virtual machines are deployed, what are the planning we need to do for deployment, what are virtual machines, how those virtual machines are created. We'll be doing a deployment both Windows and Linux servers over here. So how is it deployed in an high availability? What is a virtual machine extension? What is high availability? How this scaling is done? What vertical scaling, horizontal scaling? What is virtual machine scale set and all? We'll be looking into it in our in-depth in virtual machine sections. Okay, then comes serverless computing, where we learn about Azure App Service and App Service Plan. So this is all a passive platform as a service, where the environment is hosted or handled by Microsoft. So we only need a code to do this deployment. We got module 10, where we learn about data protection, where we learn about how to do backups, how the store backups are done, how the disk backups are done, how from a backup a new virtual machine is created, how can you have a high disaster management servers and all. We'll look into it in our data protection. And in line with every module, we have monitoring, where we learn about Azure monitors, alerts, how can you set up an alert, how the systems are, can we read through alerts and all. We'll look into it in our monitoring sessions. Okay, so there are I said 14, but there are around 11 modules. With that, we have each module with basis of labs, where we learn about Azure Active Directory. Each endpoint will be based on labs. We'll do labs on Azure Firewall, VNet peering, VPN gateway peering. We'll do labs on Azure Load Balancer. We will do labs on Traffic Manager, Azure Storage Account, Blob Containers, Azure Storage. So these are the main parts of the labs, and each sections will be based out of labs. So we'll cover first theory, and then we'll go with lab based. With this, there are some bonuses also I'm covering. This is a part of an Azure 303 paper, which is an architect paper. Okay, so we'll be doing an Active Directory migration. So we'll create our Active Directory server, and We will be creating an Active Directory server and we'll be doing a migration from an Windows Active Directory to Azure Active Directory. Okay, so this is also one type of migration which we'll be doing. We'll be using DevOps tools for web apps deployment. So we'll take a code from GitHub. We will do a direct deployment from GitHub to our app service, how that app service has been deployed from an Visual Studio. We'll take a code from GitHub. Also, we take a sync up and do a deployment and all. We'll look into it in our web app sessions within bonus labs. Okay, if you want to host a static website, how can you host it? We'll also look into it in our static website contents of storage account. Okay, we can give our name, our own domain, so we'll look into it into DNS websites. We'll also do SQL Server, so we'll deploy a SQL Server in a PaaS environment, that is platform as a service. We'll connect that the SQL to our web apps, and we'll do a connectivity, and then we'll host that website in cloud. With that disaster recovery, we'll do how that machine is to be disaster, how can you have a high disaster recovery, how the replication is done, how the restore of a machine is done in case that machine goes down. And last and not the least, we are doing server migration. So we'll create a Hyper-V server and in an on-premise, and how that Hyper-V servers are getting migrated to Windows. We'll be looking into it in our last session, that is server migration one. Okay. So we talked about VNet peering, we talked about site-to-site connectivity, we talked about load balancer over here. We also talked about traffic manager, where how we are distributing the traffic. We talked about Azure AD migration, where migration of the users are from your on-premise are gone to cloud. Okay. Then we have Azure migration, where we'll be creating an Hyper-V server, and we have Windows or Linux. We'll deploy a Windows server directly on cloud. That is your Microsoft Azure. So lab setup, nothing to worry. Microsoft gave us a free account for $200 credit, which is more than enough for 30 days validation, which is more than enough for your deployment. So we can use this setup for 1 month, and we'll be able to do all our labs without any restriction. So that's it from my end in terms of this. Some of my testimonials, if you would like to read. So that's it from my end in terms of course syllabus and other parts. I'm open for questions. For any questions, if you guys have, you can please unmute yourself or post it on a chat. I'll be happy to read. And just to let you know, this will be an express batch. So we'll be taking about approx 2 hours every day, and we'll try to complete the course within 2 weeks. So as I told you, let me reshare my screen. So as I told you, we'll be let me reshare my screen. I hope my screen is visible. So we'll be covering, as I told you, AZ-104, which is in Microsoft Azure architect paper. So currently, okay, so currently this is 700 marks of paper, and currently the cost in USD is 165. In case you're giving it from India, it is 4,800 INR. But there is an opportunity where you can schedule this exam just for USD 15 for a people who are affected with COVID-19. Okay, but they are not asking you for any certifications or all. You can book this exam for a future and then go ahead and give it for USD 15 only. So you don't need to pay 4,800 INR over here, or in USD 165 USD. Okay, and with this I am also be sharing you entire okay, with this I'll be also sharing you all the documents. So we'll be going through all this Microsoft original documents. As I'm certified, these are only the Microsoft trainers have these documents. We'll be taking up with the Microsoft documents with you, all the latest documents. And then for your examination and the lab purposes, I have set up a OneDrive link where you can do practice papers. So they are all the examination questions which you can refer and give your certification as well, and you'll be able to clear the certification. So this is the DUBS or preps questions which you will be getting it at end of your syllabus or even in the starting after your enrollment is done. Okay, and with this you have labs as well. So there is a screenshots of all the labs which we are doing it, each and every part of it. And also I'll be giving you CV practice questions for your interview in case you guys need it, but this is not just an interview questions. So this is just a practice interview questions which you may be asked, or how can you prepare yourself in, and also a sample resume for your resume. Any doubt, you can go ahead and ask.
Hi, this is Harish. So the obvious question is like how many days, how many hours of training is required, and what is the cost of the training?
So cost and all you can speak to our administrative team. Okay, and as I told you, this is an express training, so we'll be completing our syllabus. They are around 24 to 25 hours of overall syllabus which will be completing within 2 hours. So every day we'll be taking up approx 2 hours, and we'll be able to complete our syllabus within 2 weeks time. So it will be a weekday batch in the evening.
Okay.
Hi, this covers Azure DevOps also, or only Azure Admin?
No, it is only covering Azure administrative.
Okay, okay. So just I heard nowadays Azure Admin with the DevOps is the best thing for anyone. Is it true?
True. So if you are
Oh,
coming into a cloud, then Azure DevOps is really required. But to complete
mhm.
Azure DevOps, you need an at least now, as I told you, AZ-104 paper is required to complete Azure DevOps. Otherwise, if you're going for a developer, then you can go for AZ-204 as well. So 204
Oh,
is complete
oh,
developers.
okay, fine. I mean, any difference between normal DevOps and Azure DevOps? Same, the tools are different, right? That is what, right?
Tools are different. Azure DevOps concentrate on all the Azure related tools. So as I told you, I mean, in the normal DevOps, we learn about open sources like Jenkins, GitHubs, and all. Whereas
Uh-huh.
in Azure, it's a proper certification. So over there is no certification for DevOps. I mean, you can go for Jenkins as a certification, then
Okay.
Kubernetes, but in terms of Azure, as it's a Microsoft certification, so you can understand how
Okay.
heavy it is in your CV. So
Okay.
it Azure pipelines, Azure. So there are many things it covers. Azure boards, Azure pipelines,
Mhm.
Azure artifacts and other things.
Oh, okay. For so just one two question. One, you see, example, if we have like another like Jenkins or Ansible as a freeware, we can use in AWS or Google Cloud or anywhere, right? So the same way, this Microsoft Azure DevOps tools can be used in other like AWS or Google
Yes, you can.
Cloud or Oracle Cloud. Is it
You can
possible?
integrate. Yeah, you
Oh,
can integrate.
okay. Thank you.
Any other doubts? If no doubts, we'll wrap up the session. So the link is shared on the chat.
One more
Yes, go ahead.
question here. Yeah. So how it is differ from Udemy course we take in Udemy, like other than this live training, like
So Udemy, you cannot ask questions. They will not give you dumps. They cannot give you a live scenarios, and also you can go and refer to Udemy courses. That's not a problem. But again, that is your self-learning. So if you're good at self-learning, if you want to have your self-learning environment, you can go ahead and take the courses from Udemy. But there is a, it's like you going to school and learning and you sitting at home and learning. So they are two different things. Or you
yeah,
go to
okay.
tuitions and learn, or you go to self-learning. So they are two different things always. So you cannot compare Udemy courses with the live courses. Any other doubt? Any other doubt? Cool guys. So if no doubt, I shall see you during our sessions. Take care and have a nice day. You fill the form and online forms are available for, you can speak to our administrative team and they'll be guiding you in terms of enrollment and other things. Thanks and have a nice day. Cheers. Bye.